and it ravaged her so bad. And the comment she was making, if you were listening to her, it's like, oh. And they were trying to show it in a positive vein, and like it was chemo on the younger people. Is not helping. There is a percentage of extended life, and this was on CBS last night, of 2% in the elderly, but in the young people, there was no extension of life from the use of chemo. And this one lady that had been through it, she was like basically gritting her teeth. It didn't want to really come out, but the way she was saying it was like this, and she used the word poison. She said, after they poisoned me so much with this chemo, she said, you can't even describe where I was at. And I mean, just to hear that, and the I guess the news anchor person that was featuring this story was trying to show that we need more research and more involvement because the chemo isn't helping the younger people. They're dying like flies, basically, and this isn't helping them. But we need more research. And the lady they were interviewing is pretty much saying, the chemo is killing us. Hello. And she should have said that. Of course, they would have never aired that. But that's what she was trying to say, that gritting her teeth. And the comments, if you were listening to her, it's like, uh-oh, that's truth. Come on, come out with it. And it was a pretty good thing. But what they were saying was that you young people are in trouble. Their chemo isn't helping you. It's making matters worse. Well, no kidding. Oh, man. Amazing stuff there, sweetheart. 91, Gamilex, I don't know, sweetheart. It's either unconsciousness, insanity, willfulness, who knows? But you would think that somebody, and of course we don't allow higher consciousness in governments generally as a rule. You're generally either assassinated, terminated, or put in a fusion center or something. No higher consciousness in governments now. Stuck on this part. That's interesting. Stuck on this part. I like your name there. I used to get eczema on my elbow area. Once I cut out dairy, mainly eggs, it helped a lot. Yeah, Brandon, you even mentioned eggs, raw though. And I'll tell you, I have recommended raw eggs. Raw, organic, non-fertile eggs I've recommended for extreme emaciation. I would. I'm known to put a raw egg in with a almond milk, fresh made, to build muscle and to build strength ASAP. Now I pump the greens and everything else, but we get people down in the 60s and 70 pounders that come in here ravaged with chemo. I have to get them all fruit. At the same time, I've got to do this as I walk them down the road. So it's a trip sometimes, definitely. If you really want, you might start a lymphatic tincture and a kidney tincture as well. Yeah, not sure what one. Oh yeah, you're talking to. Good job. You guys are doing. I can't even tell you how proud I am of every one of you guys. All you YouTubers that have made it in here from Switzerland, from New Zealand, all around the world. You all are shining lights and stars. The advice you gave is right on. You always recommend kidney and lymphatic no matter what. And then you can go into the bowels. If you get that Fab 4, you know, the kidneys, the GI tract, the lymphatics, and the endocrine glands, you're right on top of everything that's problematic in people. So good advice. You guys are, I'm proud of you. Don't be afraid. Keep going. You guys are very, very good. Step in that raw. Step in that fruitarian. Step in those fastings. Sometimes you got to take it up to another level. I mean, there's a difference between someone that reads and books. Okay. There's a difference between that and someone that has set 40 years. Jensen, 75 years. Dr. Jensen, 75 years in clinical practice. That's amazing. I mean, 40 years is a burnout, but 75 years. Wasn't a vitalist, wasn't a raw foodist, but still a healer and a really great spiritual being. This Dr. Jensen was incredible in that way. So I've had multiple surgeries, gallbladder removed, C-sections, 3 tumor removal surgeries, one of which through my stomach, and came the scars. Yep. And adhesions probably. With the babies came the stretch marks. I have no idea how to get rid of them. I have tried vitamin E, bio oil creams, and so many more creams. It's insane, and nothing seems to work. I am now on a raw diet for my second time around, wondering if I am eating, well, Blue Mama of 3. I love your name, honey. Well, do you see why the scars, though, honey? I mean, look at what you've had done here. You've had multiple surgeries. You had the gallbladder. You've had the C-section. I understand that. 3 tumor removals. So automatically, you know your lymph system's backed up bad. And so you know you're very acidic. So in an acid medium, tissue doesn't heal well, so you're going to see scarring. You're going to see more tissue build up, like a fractured bone. You're going to see more tissue building up around that injury, that surgery, whatever. And that's the problem. We have to do surgeries in highly acidic environments. Well, these environments don't heal well because they're highly acidic environments, so you wouldn't need a surgery in the first place, except for trauma. So this is the problem. The only true way that you have that I've seen where scar tissue and adhesions are dissolved is when you're way up there on the raw. How interesting, but way up there on the raw and way up there in detoxification. Get your kidneys filtering, get those adrenals up, get your colon cleaned out, really go after it. Because you can't put creams and make tissue repair. That's a problem. I mean, we use some creams in healing and stuff like that. Yeah. And it does work well. But truly systemic healing is really a fruit experience. Some vegetables, maybe in greens, but you're going to have to get to that level and stay at that level probably for well over a year or more. This is a no joke thing. When you realize what it takes to regenerate and get well, you're on raw for at least a year or two. I mean, it takes that in some cases. Some of you guys can take a year or so to get well. Well, I don't know what to say about it. Some of you cases are chronic, real weak in the genetic side, very backed up lymphatically, very chronic. You're not going to fix that in 2 or 3 months. I mean, that's what I think is important for each of you healers to learn, is it's going to take people a while. I used to have an arrogant, cocky attitude like, all right, we'll take care of you right like that. We'll have that gone in 2 or 3 months. If it took 4 or 5 months, the patient or the client would get real mad. Oh, you said I'd be gone in 3 months. Oh, most people do. Yeah. So anymore, I've changed a lot through the years, because I realize the depth now of so much of this, the chronicness and the depth of the toxicity is just unreal. So yeah, we have serious problems here, and you're going to be working on these things for a while. So you just hang in there and enjoy the ride. Look at Dano. I mean, look at how well he's doing. You'll see. Unless you get up there, you can't judge that level. You've got to get up there and ride that ride for a while to judge fruitarian, to judge raw foods. You've got to be up there for a while, and there's nothing like it. You will always regret not living totally raw. You will always regret that when you don't do it, and you will too, Brandon. You regret not living all raw. It's all I can tell you. And it's not necessary that you can do it either. I know a lot of people can't do it. I couldn't do it for so many reasons. But you know what? But you always regret it. I regret not being able to live in the fruitarian lifestyle. I regret we can't get all these good fruits. It's all sad, sad, sad. But you can't make it that way. You got to be happy and get the best you can. Give the love out. Push for change. Push for awareness. Okay.
Indiana Banana's on the phone.
Oh, Indiana Banana's on the phone. Well, okay. I'm going to have to go because Indiana Banana is waiting, and I need to see how his legs are. So I hope they're pretty much gone. He needs to get down here and do another video. Thank you guys very much, and you all have a beautiful day. And Brandon, I love you. Keep going, bro. Don't get too far out on that pasture out there, because we're going to keep doing the raw thing. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a fun day, and I love you all. Bye-bye now.